So, keeping secrets is hard, but sometimes telling them can be even harder. Has anyone ever had a secret that they felt like they really had to share but were too scared to? Yeah, so in this, Harry has the same issue. Harry had spent the week coming out and crying with all of her closest family and friends, so by Friday she was honestly pretty tired of it. Too many anxiety buildups giving way to overwhelming relief can give a girl whiplash, even on the best day. Luckily, there was only one person left to tell, and she wouldn't be home from uni until the end of the month. Harry's older sister Fiona had been her role model for as long as she could remember. They had been thick as thieves from the start. She could only excitedly count down the days until her sister came home and they could finally have a proper girls' day. The week before Fiona was meant to come home for spring holidays, Harry and Nick sat cuddled on the couch in front of the TV, flicking through channels. Nick had been the first person she told, and just like the supportive boyfriend he had always been, he hugged her within an inch of her life and told her she was the most amazing girl he'd ever known. Harry had had her moments, but ever since then she felt like he was going to be her forever. That's why out of the blue she felt comfortable enough to say, "I'm kind of scared." "Of spiders?" he asked, confused. "I know. You always ask me to let them outside. These ones on telly aren't real, though. They're just through this screen. But I could change the channel if you like," he said, reaching for the remote to change the Animal Planet documentary they had landed on. "No," she laughed. "Fee's coming home soon, and I have to tell her about me." "Oh," Nick reoriented himself to face her. "Well, do you want to talk about what you're afraid of?" "What if things aren't the same? She's so important to me, I don't know if I could lose her," Harry explained, near tears. Nick pulled her closer and dragged his fingers along her steadily growing hair. "Well, babe, I've met Fiona a few times, and from what you've told me about your relationship, it seems like she adores you. You're the closest sisters I've ever met. I'd be surprised if she didn't get behind you 100%. Hearing Nick refer to them as sisters conjured a bubble of hope in Harry's chest. Not even their mom had done that, used to saying siblings after all these years. "You're right, I guess. It's just, this all kind of feels like a dream. Like it's been too easy in comparison to things I've heard." Nick opened his mouth to say something, but she cut him off quickly. "I know I shouldn't measure myself to others, but everyone's different, but..." Harry trailed off and snuggled deeper into Nick's chest. "It's gonna be okay." "Yeah, it is." School the day Fiona came home went by painfully slow. Harry fidgeted her way through class until the last bell rang and she burst out of her seat, imagining that the faster she got home, the sooner she'd see her sister. When a car pulled into their driveway almost 5 hours after Harry had slammed herself through the doorway, she had all but given up hope that Fiona was coming at all. She didn't move from her spot face down on the couch until the telltale signs of a happy reunion filtered in from the front hallway. Wandering towards the noise, she heard the tail end of Anne's greeting. "Are you? We've missed you here." "I'm good, Mom. It's so good to see you. Uni's been tough, but we're all getting through. What about you guys? Where's my favorite brother?" she asked. Anne started, "Well, actually, see," Harry shouted over her mother while running into Fiona's arms. "Hey," Fiona grunted from the surface of the hug. "How are you, kid?" "Good. Really good." "Well, let's give you some room to settle in. Room's just how you left it." Anne dismissed her daughter and gave Harry a pointed look. Once Fiona was safely upstairs and Gemma had trailed her with the remaining bags, they could have a quick chat. I want to be able to tell her on my terms," Harry admitted. Anne's face softened immediately as she pulled her in for a moment. "Okay," she said, "whenever you're ready." They had a late dinner where Gemma told them all about the latest guy she's seeing and Fiona spilled about her fabulous uni life. Dinner led to a rewatch of He's Just Not That Into You, and they all headed off to their rooms after wiping away their rom-com tears. Lying in bed, Harry got a surge of confidence and made her way to Fiona's room where the light still shined from under her door and faint music played. She paused outside the door, remembering the nights they'd stay up together talking and listening to new CDs, even though it was way past her bedtime. Letting go of the memories for a moment, she knocked just loud enough to be heard over the music. "Come in!" Her room looked the same way she had left it, except the suitcase next to the bed that reminded Harry this was temporary. "Hey," she started. Fiona smiled in acknowledgement and flopped down on her mattress, patting the spot beside her. "I'm really glad you're home. I missed you, Fee," Harry confessed as she sat. "I missed you too. I've not stopped talking about you to my friends. They think I'm mental," she laughed. "What's up? Have you been?" Good. I have something to tell you, actually." Fiona's face turned serious. "What is it?" Well, it's just, I would have told you first probably, but you were away and you know it doesn't matter. I just have to tell you it's fine. This is going to be okay, she rumbled breathlessly. Harry paused, gathered her thoughts, and started again. Fee, I'm a girl? It came out like a question, but at least she said it. Before she could get a reaction, she started up again. I mean, I know I was like your brother or whatever. This is something I've been feeling for a while and kind of just came to terms with it. The words lost direction as she kept talking and got tangled in her thoughts for a bit. When she came back to the present, Fiona had a small smile on her face. Is it okay? Are we okay? Come here, Fiona opened her arms and waited for Harry to snuggle into her. It's more than okay. It's wonderful, and I'm happy that you felt like you could come to me. She rubbed soothing circles into her back as her breath evened out. If you ever need to talk, you can talk to me. I promised you that before, and it still applies. You may be my sister now, but nothing is going to change, okay? Fiona looked at her for confirmation.